you'll need to put the screws into those too. So we might as well put the face frame on it at this point. And you'll see that there's a groove right here towards the top. And then this is where the bottom catches. So the wide part goes to the bottom, narrow part at the top. Just line these tongue and grooves up. It can take a bit of persuading if something isn't exactly. And then there are pocket screws supplied. And for that, we need to square drive a bit. We'll just put one of these in to show you how that works. We'll draw that up nice and tight. And then when you're doing this for real, of course, you're going to want to put glue in all of these joints to pull them together and hold them together real nice. Okay, so that finishes assembling the cabinet box. Let's move on to the drawer boxes. We get all the parts that we set aside earlier that we have the label DBX, and we're going to show you that label close up here in a minute. Start with the front, set the back side. We'll get our left and right pieces. If you got any doubt, you just want to make sure that the dado lines up in the bottom. Now when you're going to put these together for real, you want to put a little glue right in this area on each one of the dovetail parts. Get your rubber mallet here and align everything up. Hold this piece vertical and give her a few whaps. The bottom of the drawer box is designed, there's no assembly marks on the drawer box, but it's designed so that when it's inserted that you have the maximum amount of space here, so the bottom is going to be flush. Next, put your back on. Slides into those blind dados. And then your other side. Doesn't really matter what side you start with, left or right. And tap those into place. You want to make sure that the pins sit at least even with, if not slightly below, the tongues or pockets. So you might want to have to go back, give those a little tender love there. We'll go back to our torx bit. We'll put 2 screws, one in each side of the back. Those are not going to be very visible at all. So there, now your drawer box is done. The next thing to do is to put our slides on. Try to do this so that you can see what's happening. Take the 2 pieces from that you took off the slides earlier, flush them up on the front, and that's where this spacer comes in. That holds it the correct distance off the bottom so that it's going to match up with the slides there and have clearance. And don't mind my bald head here. Just drive a screw, and for this little cabinet, 2's plenty. and the drawer box is hardwired on in. I'll show you how these go together. It's fairly easy. It's not so easy when you're standing like this on them, but you just line up the slides on each side. And push it in to seat it. This is the soft close feature. So there's what that will look like. Now to get the door on, I started this based off the upper cabinet. So you can see the notch that's cut here. If you put under counter lighting or under cabinet lighting, this notch is already there to run your lighting through. That saves a lot of time. And because it's based on an upper cabinet, we can't have the drawer in it when we put the door on. On a base cabinet, the drawer slide on the hinge side would be shimmed out by a ½ inch, and on a base cabinet you would get that ½ inch filler piece that would shim it out enough so that the drawer would go by the hinges. So if we take our door, and the holes are pre-drilled. This is a cam lock mechanism. We're just going to line up the holes, seat it fully, and lock the cam. Bring it right back. And you get the front clip lined up first. Once that's lined up, just push the back so that it latches. Now there are adjustment screws. This screw adjusts it left and right. The screw back in here brings it forward or pulls it backward, and this screw adjusts it up and down. It's a soft close hinge. So if I got it adjusted right, it closes just perfect. So I think that's about all there is to putting these cabinets together. It's pretty straightforward. It's easy. These are cut on the CNC machine. They're accurate to within 0.010 of an inch